everyone. Thank you for stopping by. This is Helen, Aspire to Inspire Art and Crafts. Welcome to the December Daily Advent 2025 collaboration hosted by Tracy Woolton Fox, Fox Creative. I have been assigned on this day, the 29th of December, to participate in creating a tag from the Festive Dispatch ephemera. There's two sets, yes, two sets that you'll find on her shop, Etsy shop, and I will list all that information below. Now this is the tag that I was assigned to, but as you can see, I've already did the sewing around it. I put this parcel post label right here, and this image, it's a tag, but I decided to do a little cut right in here with my X-Acto knife to insert the tag right in there. And then I used this paper seal that was also part of the ephemera. All of this is in the ephemera. Okay, so this is what I did to the tag. And so on the back, what I have is just this is one of the pages to the kit. So this is my tag. So then I came up with this idea. Why don't I just attach it to the tag and make it into a flip? And that's what I did. So let's go in here to see what I have. But before we go in there, let me explain to you what I did here. I put one of the stars, so then I cut this little label here and the stamp and this. So what I did is I made my own ring support for the hose, and then I put eyelets, and I inserted the two ribbons together. I put this envelope here, and then this image. So then I decided to put a tab right here, and that's so that you could flip it. You could hold on to it and flip it over, okay? So that's what I did. I also did the background. And if you notice here, I put some muslin fabric, and I stamped it with my stamp, this one, and I used barn door and pine needles to design the tabs, so that for the hinges, I should say the hinges, so I could connect this with my tag. Okay, so that's what I did there. Okay, so that's it. And then when you open it up, this is what you have, another decoration on this side. I cut this, and then I glued it on there, the background, and then I cut this to put it right there. This is the tag. This says Christmas mail. And this is one of the designs that I liked, so I was able to use this, and I think this was from one of the tags. And so this is the flap that I made. It's a pop-up image that I thought would look really cute once I open it up. So I use this. This is one of the postcards that I used. And then I fussy cut this image to put Santa Claus along with the little girl giving her a present. Here's the Christmas tree. And then the bag full of letters to Santa Claus. And so I'll show you how I make this, okay? So I'm going to be redoing this so you can see exactly what I did here. Then I used this image background, and then I fussy cut this. I love the truck, so I had to include this little truck right there. So that's all I did to this page. When you turn it this way, what you have is this arrow. I put this brad here. See, this is connected together, the tab. So I cut the arrow that's going up because I want you to see that you need to open this up. So I used the brad and incorporate it in there. I just cut out just to decorate the inside of the pocket. You could put a gift card or money in here. So I thought that would be a great idea for because this is going to be attached to the presents that I'm giving out. I thought that would be nice. So this is my my design to the tag. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this up, and then I'll show you how I prepared all of this stuff. So you get to see exactly what I did here. And what I did to make it a lot easier for me, what I do is that when I already got my images or whatever I'm going to do to a certain thing, I put it together in a plastic bag. So this way I know just to take this out. And then same with this. All the stuff that I'm going to be putting together is in here. So first we're going to do the tag, because the tag was what I was inspired to make for this collaboration. So this is my original tag, so I decided to change it up for this one, but I'm still going to use December 25th here, so there's the cutout. Now I went ahead and I did the X-Acto knife on this. I was going to go up here, but I noticed it was too high, so I had to cut this out, and I end up just slitting this postage person on here on the mailbox. And so that's what I did there to make it look decorative. And so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to glue this. This is it to this. All I have to do now is just sew this, and I'll do that in a little bit. Now, I have two, when I only needed one. So I get to pick which one do I want. I think this one, because I really distressed this one more than I did this one. So this is not going to be it. I'm going to pick this one, and this is going to go behind there. And I'm going to this one over here, my plan was to leave this open so you could put a tag in there, but I sealed it up. I got carried away sewing. Oops. So this is it. And so I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to go to the sewing machine now, and I'm going to sew this up. But before I do, let me trim this off. I don't want this in the way when I'm sewing. There you go. get that out of the way. And so there you go. So this is how it's going to look. So now I'm just going to go to the sewing machine, start from right here, and I'm going to go up. Now I'm going to do my zigzag. I like to do that. So I'm going to start here, my zigzag, and then go all the way around. Zigzag, zigzag, and zigzag, and the rest of it is straight stitch. So I'll be right back, and when I do that, I put these two together when I'm sewing them, because they're going to be together. And if I put the paper clip here, maybe it'll remind me to stop right here. So this, I can leave this one opened. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back from sewing. So what I did is I pulled with my I went ahead and pulled the two strings so it could be in the front. And I did the same in the bottom. And I remember, leave that sew band. So I guess putting that paper clip right there helped me to remind me not to go any more further than right here. So that helped. So I didn't have to close that pocket. That pocket's going to be open, which is fine. Okay, and so all I do now is just going to trim this off because I don't need the excess. I like to see it on everyone when they leave these strings on, and then it looks all stringy and everything. I tried it, and I just after a while, I just got the scissors and started trimming the excess threads. But that was my preference. It's like, okay, it's like I like to see it on everyone else, but when it comes to me, it's like it was bothering me. So I brought this with me because, like I said, I need to punch holes here and put perfect and put some kind of fabric tab right here, so this will look nice. have two of them now for the background. So now I gotta do this one, the fun part. For the flip part, what I have to do is show you how I made this. This is actually an envelope. So I'll show you how I folded the envelope. I saw that on YouTube, so I figured I'd use it for this project. So this is actually the envelope. And what I did is I kind of like try to get the middle of the envelope by doing a little crease there. And then after that, I folded, I turned it over. From the opening side, I turned it over. And I measured the middle part to close this. And then this one. So you have like an opening to this, okay? And then what I did is I opened it back up, and then I trimmed the sides of the envelope. Okay, I trimmed it here and there, and then I just closed these and glue this. Now I kind of did my own curving up here. You can leave the envelope the way as is, but I decided to do my own little curving cut, so that's what I did. So the person used this for writing, and then she decorated it. So she left this blank so that you could write a message to the person, and then here for a gift card or some money. So I figured I'd go, oh, that's neat. So I think she invented this just recently, about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. I'm not too sure when it was when I saw that. And I said, oh, how cute, because I plan to give my kids some money for Christmas, and I really like the folding bit where you do this and you put a message here. So then, so I went ahead and made a template for myself. And then all of a sudden, I realized that when I was doing my December tag, it was just this, and so I came with the idea of attaching it to the tag. So that's what I did, because I like to make my twist to whatever the person that I get inspired by, how to incorporate it differently. So that's what I did. I attached it to a tag. So that's what you're going to see as I continue with the project. So let me put this to the side here. And let me take out all these goodies that are in here. Okay, so I have, this is what I have. And I'm gonna start by decorating this side first. And then what I like to do is just turn it around and do the same thing to this side. So it gets flattened out a little bit for me. There it is. And then do the same on this side. Oops. There you go. So now they're more flat down. That's how I do that. to do is get these two on here. So in order to do this, to give it that 3D like I did the first one, what I need to do is I need to have two of these, and it's 2.5 inches long. So I cut one already, and I'll just go it really fast here. And these are halves. It's supposed to be a square. See, so you need 5 to glue 2 together to make 4 sizes for square. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do here. Just going to glue this here. You only do one side, doesn't matter what side, and then just put this over like that. Okay, so that's one. So that's one square. And this doesn't matter how long you want it. This turns into a rectangle because this truck is will cover the block, or maybe not. Unless if I put it up here, I'll figure that out in a little bit. So I need to cut this a little bit. So let me cut this, and let's see now. So put this here and here. So there it is. So there's that part. Once you glue that, I'm not going to glue it right now because I need to measure this part. Now this part has to go over here because this is more of a width. So I need to cut this too. So because I want this to be here, I need to cut about that much. So I'm going to cut it about right here and see how much that is before I glue it on. So that's perfect. It's hiding behind Santa, and that's what you want. You want these squares to be behind the image of whatever you're doing. Okay, so this is going to be one of the, okay, let me glue this. Okay, glue this here. Now you got this, then you know it's going to be folded like this. These two are not going to be glued, only this part and this part. So just this part and not these two, okay? So I got to figure out where I want Santa to be on this side of the flap, because in order for this to work, you have to have one glued on the flap and then the other one on the flat. Oh no, I think I wanted the car in the front and Santa in the back. That's how it's supposed to go. So the car's gonna be here at the side to make sure it's covering. Maybe if I do Santa first on the front here, so it could give me what I need. Okay, Santa goes here. Like that. And then this will be like this. So it's going to be squared. So right here, so I need to cut this a little bit more. So this needs adjustment as you're looking at this and gluing it together. So when you put this here, let me do that first. glue this first. Glue this first. Right there. And then this one will be glued back here at the bottom. So only one square at a time. And this is going to be glued right here behind Santa, like this. Now, pretty sure this is dry. Yes, it is. This is going to be in front of Santa, but in front of, see this? Now we're going to glue this part right here, okay? So that's where we're going to glue it. We want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with the closing. So let me get this and glue this on here. Right there. Perfect. Let it dry a little bit before we move on. And then from there, we're going to put this right here in front of Santa. And so this is going to go on this side. Okay, so you want to put that right there on the inside. So this would be right here. So we're going to glue that. This part, we're going to glue it right here. Like that. Okay, so now you got this. And then this part, this one right here, is going to be glued right there. So when you open it, this is what you have. You close, and then you open. And it's going to be glued right here. Like that. Okay, so that's what you have. So now I'm just going to get this, turn it over, and glue this part. Okay, and then go to the other side and glue it on. And depending, I like it slanted, and that's how I'm going to glue it. So they're not going to be square, but they're going to be kind of slanted because I want it to look like this. Okay, so there you have it. So when you close this, I gotta do something here. I need something else in here. Now what we're gonna do here is we're going to attach this to this side. And so I'm gonna put I like this side. I'm gonna put one of these strips of fabric there. And then the other one here at the bottom. If you do this, do the top and the bottom first, and then you can find the middle. I think everybody does that, I'm pretty sure. And then, oh, this is pretty. I like this part. So this is going to go like this. So what you want to do now is you want to glue the, the tip, about a fourth of the glue onto the pocket, okay? And I'm going to use, yes, when it comes to paper and fabric, I find that Elmer's glue works really good in gluing these two together. forgot to put this on there, so I just distressed it right now. So let me just decorate the inside of the pocket like I did the other one. Decided to use these. So here's this one. Could go here where the tab is at, and you have this charm right here to go with that one. And then this one. I picked the bell. Let me see, where's it at? There it is. The bell. And that one's gonna go right here. Happy holiday and have a great start to a new year coming up in 2 more days.